I wake up, get out of bed, I put my clothes on, I brush my teeth, and then I open my Instagram, and there I see Conor McGregor lifting weights. Yes, that's right. Conor McGregor decided to show Azalea Banks her weightlifting routine, right? And by weightlifting routine, I meant he showed her an unsolicited photo of his dick, okay? So Conor McGregor has not been someone that is a stranger to controversy. He has been in almost 20 different legal incidences since he became famous. In this video, Tony Has Died, I'm going to be breaking down the entire criminal timeline of Conor McGregor. Let's get straight into this. August 17th, 2016, Conor McGregor and Nate Diaz, they have a press conference in which they start throwing water bottles and cans at each other. And a security guard named William Pegg was hit by a can in the face and ended up suing Conor McGregor for $100,000, which was settled out of court. The Nevada State Athletic Commission fined McGregor $25,000. Now, this is not something super crazy. This is a press conference. They're going to get violent. They're going to get rowdy with each other. At the end of the day, this is kind of just where the behavior starts, all right? Conor McGregor was a good guy. He really was on the come up before he became double champ. Conor McGregor had some crazy fire in his soul, man, and there was something special about him. Hunger like we have never seen before. But on August 26, 2017, Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather Jr. happened. And this is called an infinite money glitch. This is when Conor McGregor became a multi-millionaire and may even be a billionaire. But I'm pretty sure that this card sold 4.5 million pay-per-views, and Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather split it 50-50, basically. There were a couple of other people that got a little bit of a cut, but it was mostly them getting the money, and they sold the shit out of this fight. And ever since this moment, Conor McGregor has had fuck you money. Okay, and it's just been completely insane since then. All right, so on October 21st, 2017, Conor McGregor calls Andre Fili the F word, the homophobic slur. I'm not going to say it. Why would he call Andre Fili this? Because he was fighting his teammate, Artem Lobov, who was his friend at the time. We're not even going to go into the whole Artem Lobov Conor situation. That could be a whole video in and of itself, but basically what happened was that Conor McGregor called Andre Fili the F word for no reason, just because he was fighting his opponent, and he had to issue a public apology. So I'm not really gonna harp on this. Still kind of a dick move from Conor, and he had to issue a public apology, so I thought I'd mention it. All right, on November 10th, 2017, a cage incident occurred when Conor McGregor jumped into the cage at Bellator 187 to celebrate his friend's win. Mark Goddard basically tries to step in between them because Conor's not supposed to be in the cage, and then Conor starts fighting Mark Goddard, and he slapped a commissioner in the face. And now Conor wasn't officially charged with anything. This was seen as a crazy incident at the time, super disrespectful to the Athletic Commission. November 30th, 2017, Conor McGregor pleads guilty to driving at excessive speed. April 5th, 2018, the famous bus attack between Khabib Nurmagomedov and Conor McGregor happened. Artem Lobov was fighting one of Khabib's teammates. Khabib goes up to Artem Lobov. He grabs him by the scruff of the neck and bites the bleeding legs off him, yeah? But he allegedly goes up to Artem Lobov. Artem Lobov calls Conor. Conor and his goons all hop on a jet, fly to New York. They see Khabib sitting on a bus, and Conor takes a dolly and throws it through the bus window. And he ends up injuring Michael Chiesa and Ray Borg, who were on the bus. So then Conor got arrested, charged with assault, criminal mischief, and reckless endangerment. And in July of 2018, he ended up taking a plea deal, pleading guilty, and he had to do 5 days of community service. This is the famous Conor mugshot. Michael Chiesa would sue Conor McGregor for assault, and the case got settled. I don't know how much Conor had to end up paying Chiesa, but he threw a bus through a window and it hit Chiesa, and he hit Ray Borg. So that's the bus incident. Everyone knows about that one, all right? October 6th, 2018. Conor McGregor is banned from driving. He is no longer allowed to drive because he is caught going 154 kilometers per hour in a 100 kilometer per hour zone. So he pleaded guilty and he got his driver's license suspended for 6 months. No more driving the Lamborghini, Conor. But yeah, Conor McGregor basically pleads guilty to speeding, and he has to go to jail. not jail, but he gets his license taken away and he has to pay $1,000. So December of 2018, he gets a allegation put against him by a woman of having her, I'm going to say, when I say the R word, I'm going to say having his way with her. Conor McGregor is accused of having his way with a woman after a night of partying. He was arrested and questioned in 2019, but no criminal charges were filed. Prosecutors declined to prosecute because there was no evidence. But then, the woman that accused him of doing this would later file a civil suit. Her name is Nikita Hand, and we'll get to her later. That's another famous incident that's happened. But as the legend goes, this woman had a kid and a husband at home. She went out to go party with Conor. Conor takes her back to the hotel room and has his way with her. She's unconscious, and there are some pretty grueling documents about this situation. I don't really want to talk about them because I don't want to get demonetized, but it's pretty incriminating from Conor, all right? March 11th, 2019, Conor McGregor slapped a phone out of a fan's hand and stomped on it when he tried to take a picture of Conor. So Conor got arrested and charged with strong-armed robbery and criminal mischief. The fan filed a civil lawsuit, but he took it out and they did an out-of-court settlement. Conor's over here just smashing random people's phones too, bro. Another incident, Conor McGregor had Proper 12, his famous Irish whiskey brand, and he offered it to this guy. His name's Desmond Keeg, who's a 50-year-old Dublin old dude. And he's like, please, drink my Proper 12. And the Desmond guy was like, nah, man, I don't really want to take a shot, Conor. I'm not feeling like it right now, man. I've had too many. But Conor goes, take a fucking shot, yeah? Take a fucking shot, yeah? And the guy was like, nah, man, I really don't want to do that, man. So then Conor McGregor punched him in the face. And so, yeah, Conor McGregor was charged with assault. Conor McGregor apologized, publicly admitted I was in the wrong, and that his behavior was not the one of a champion or a leader. He avoided jail time again. He paid a $1,000 fine, but this kind of is where people started to really look at Conor and be like, what is going on with this guy, man? Like, what is wrong? Like, he's just gone and completely insane now that he has all this money. So then in October of 2019, another assault claim comes in where a woman basically accused McGregor of assaulting her in a car outside of a pub in Dublin in 2019. Conor was arrested again and questioned, but not charged, and the authorities again cited insufficient evidence. It's just like, how many times do you have to get accused of assaulting women? Here's what I'll say about all these assault cases that he has. He has a beautiful fiance sitting at home, and he has multiple children at this point. And he is going out there with his money on drugs, acting like an insane person, sexually assaulting women left and right, going insane. Just, what is you doing, Conor? Take your money. You can have a happy life, man. You have made it in life, and you're going to tarnish your entire legacy with this behavior, man. Like, this is hitting John Jones levels of behavior. Okay, September 10th, 2020. We're jumping a whole year. He went a whole year without anything. Yeah, though, he was on a yacht trip. He stopped in Corsica, and he tried to have his way with a woman at a bar, and he showed himself to her. And then she was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're a freak. You're a freak in the sheets. I'm not a fucking freak, yeah. I'm not a freak in the sheets, yeah. But basically, Conor was held in custody for 2 days, released again. There was no sufficient evidence to be found against him. Conor's camp said there was no DNA evidence, So, once again, he is found innocent, okay? September 12th, 2021, Conor McGregor, I keep saying Conor McGregor, got into a near brawl with Machine Gun Kelly. Yeah, this is what Conor's doing, man. MTV Music Awards at the red carpet. They started talking shit to each other, and Conor McGregor lunged at MGK and then threw his drink at him. And this is just like the kind of stuff that I'm just thinking, like, what are you doing, man? Like, your behavior is getting embarrassing. Like, you need to get off the booger sugar. You need someone to sit you down. You need to go to you send him 2-3 years Dagestan, October 17th, 2021, Conor McGregor attacks a famous Italian DJ named Francesco Facchini, accusing Conor McGregor of unprovokedly punching him in the face and breaking his nose at a party in Rome in front of his fiancée Dee Devlin and in front of Facchini's wife. Oh yeah, you're Conor McGregor. I'm the famous DJ. They're hanging out backstage. Conor apparently just something pissed him off and he went crazy. Facchini's lawyer said as early as 2022, Conor McGregor had not been charged. Blah, blah, blah. No charge has been made yet, right? He's just going crazy. This is all like in the past 3 years that all of this has happened. But now we're getting to March 2022. Conor McGregor is arrested for driving again. He's pulled over in his Bentley for dangerous driving. Police impounded the car and arrested him on multiple driving offenses. Charges including 2 counts of dangerous driving, driving without a license and insurance, and failing to produce documents. Conor McGregor was released on bond. And his trial eventually took place in mid-2024, where he received 2-year driving ban and a 5-month suspended license. So I think that the driving ban is probably over by now, but he was not allowed to drive for 2 years. So all of those Lamborghinis and Ferraris that he bought, couldn't drive any of them anymore. It just makes you think, why is he doing this? July 22nd, 2022, Conor McGregor gets another assault allegation where he's accused of having his way with a 42-year-old woman who is a former friend of his. And this woman basically claims that McGregor became aggressive, like basically insulted her, kicked her, punched her, and even threatened to drown her. And she ended up jumping off of his yacht to escape Conor McGregor. This woman jumped off of Conor McGregor's yacht to escape him, allegedly. She ended up getting rescued by a Red Cross boat. And she had bruises and a broken hand when she jumped off the boat, bro. So, June 9th, 2023, Conor McGregor is at the NBA Finals, right? And McGregor attended Game 4 of the Finals. And a woman accused McGregor of having his way with her in a VIP bathroom at the arena after the game. Then, the woman's lawyers claim Conor McGregor's security forced her into the restroom where McGregor allegedly forcibly had his way with her. Okay, this is terrible. None of this really came out at the time, but the lawsuit came out during 2025 and went public. So the civil lawsuit happened in 2025, but the incident happened in 2023. November 23rd, 2023, Conor McGregor, basically there were these riots in Dublin, and Conor McGregor started tweeting stuff like, "We are at war," and incited the riot even more. I don't agree with what the riots were about. I don't agree with the riots, bro, but you can't just being like, "We're at war, go out and riot in the streets." You're not at war, man. You're a multimillionaire. You're in the 1% club. You're hanging out with Trump and stuff, man. You're not going to war with anybody. You're a fucking multimillionaire, bro. In March of 2025, McGregor faced even more controversies because he announced his intention to run for president. Are we just going to ignore all the stuff I just said? And we're going to let this guy be the leader of the country? Here's my opinion on Conor. When he was on the come up, he was special. He had the fire in his heart. He wanted to do everything. He wanted to become the double champion. He wanted to become champion. He wanted to be the biggest name in the sport. Ever since the Mayweather fight, and he's had infinite money, he's just turned into a terrible, terrible human being. Using his money to do whatever he wants. Just like not caring about other people, assaulting other people. And I didn't even talk about the Khabib incident where he jumped out of like the cage fight happened outside the cage. I didn't even talk about the Artem Lobov incident. This is just his criminal behavior, not his actions. Like, I didn't talk about him being drugged up for BKFC, being on cocaine. Let me just speak a little bit on this recent controversy where he was caught cheating on his wife once again. He saw my post that I made about it, and I basically just condemned him, being like, dude, you have a smoking hot wife at home. Beautiful. She literally was with you on welfare when you were a plumber, and you're just playing video games with her 24/7. Like, you're just sitting at home playing video games. She's working. Y'all are on welfare together. And now you're anti-welfare, which is crazy. Like, this guy's anti-welfare. He's pro-right. And he was literally on welfare. You're cheating on D. She has been there for you. She is the mother of your children, man. Shame on you, bro. You're a terrible human. You're a bad person. You're almost as bad as John Jones, man. I mean, you are as bad. You're probably worse. At least John Jones never, like, had his way with anybody that we know of. Like, he was creepy and stuff, but like, this is on a whole nother level, man. This is the complete Conor McGregor degeneracy timeline. Like, subscribe, do all that YouTube shit. Thank you guys so much for watching, and fuck Conor McGregor. Peace.